every day virtually you would have seen a 200, 300 points of rally on the Nifty. So that's the kind of volatility which has been there for the market.
Between that, few heart attacks, right? I mean, up and down, and what you said, right, Nimesh, which is where is flow going, and I think the data shows that flows are actually heading out to some of the big underperforming markets of 2022. I put this out earlier, and so two tables will come up on your screen. One is returns year to date, and the second is flows year to date. Returns compared to other markets in the region, and flows also compared to the same markets around the region. And I think it's very clear. So the returns are in dollar terms. India is up 1% dollar terms year to date, and look at the other markets; they are up much more. The graphic on your screen is flows. India has seen $1.4 billion of outflows, and other markets have seen, from $500 million all the way to $2.5 billion. So the delta, the difference between what India has done in terms of returns this year and flows this year, when I say this year, it's 2 weeks, right? I mean, but it's year to date. So numbers are what they are, and it's very stark. So I think, as all of us were saying, that there is a little bit of reallocation, tactical, short-term, whatever it is, but it is happening. It has happened so far. The question is, will it continue to happen? And I think that is something we'll only be wiser about in hindsight. If the feedback that one gets talking to people who invest here, just here and around the world, as well as that perhaps this has got a little bit more to go before you kind of normalize things a little bit. Just quickly, levels really. I mean, I think that number around 18,000, the precise number is 17,780, 17,774 or so. That is a December low. It got broken once briefly intraday. We've come back above it. But I think that 17,800, just that's a round number to watch out for. And it's crucial that the Nifty kind of holds on to that. Otherwise, I mean, you're looking at the next big support is a retracement from the June lows of 15,183 to the all-time high. And that number is at about 17,500. So if this goes, you're technically a 300-point downside kind of starts to open up. On the Bank Nifty, again, I mean, the numbers to focus on is the Bank Nifty never broke the December low, so that kind of becomes a support. For both the Nifty and the Bank Nifty, the 20-day moving averages, respectively, are, I think, the trend changer, but I think it'll add more confidence to the bulls. It's not very far away for both. 1 or 2 more days, positive days, like what we had on Friday, can result in that. Next week, in terms of Qs, I mean, you've got plenty of earnings. So we really get into the thick of the earnings season, starting with, of course, today on Friday with Wipro and over the weekend, and then, of course, next week as well. And, of course, I mean, global Qs, always important to track. 2 weeks away from the budget. I also looked at returns 2 weeks before the budget, and there is no clear trend. We'll talk more about that when we come back next week. So I think we got our hands full, especially with earnings and what's happening in the market itself. Nimesh, what are you picking up?
So, Prashant, you spoke about the big 10,000